Hi friends, welcome to your mat class today. My name is Colleen and we will be doing a mat-based workout with a Pilates ball. And if you don't have one, you're welcome to use a stuffed animal of similar size, a pillow, a sweatshirt rolled up, or a yoga block will be okay. I also have a set of ankle weights on. They are optional, so don't feel pressured to wear them. Let's get started lying down with our ball. So here we are with mat on our mat. The ball is in your hands. So shoulders down and back, ball is in the air above the chest roughly. Feet relaxed on the floor and then gentle hands on the ball. You're not trying to over grip it or pop the ball here. And now start by keeping the ball in line with the chest the entire time. Peel the upper body just a little bit off the mat. You're sliding your rib cage closer to your hips. We call it the upper abdominal curl. The abs are engaging in towards the spine, up towards your ribs. And then come back to the floor. Excellent. So again, peel by sliding ribs closer to the hips and come back to the mat for 4 and back to the floor below you. 3, come back to the floor, nice little warm up. 2, on your last one, hold the lift a little longer with me for 4, 3, 2, back to the mat. Reposition the upper body on the floor, both arms at the same time. Biceps aim towards the ears. They do not actually land next to the head though. You go where you can without changing the shape of your spine, and then come back to the ceiling. So again, biceps aim towards the side of your face, arms don't change shape, spine doesn't change shape, and then come back over the chest. So warming up our shoulder girdle. Excellent. 2 more. Back over the chest 1 more time. And back to the ceiling. From here, bring your right leg to tabletop. Bring your left leg to tabletop. And it's a rough tabletop. Doesn't have to be perfect here. Arms are still lifted. Spine is still on the mat. You add single leg stretch. Now, as one leg lengthens, the other leg comes in towards you again. Legs stay hip distance parallel. You are aiming for like where the ceiling and wall meet. We call it the high diagonal. So reach and reach for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Come back to center. Now lift into the upper abdominal curl that you started with. The ball should be right over your shins, right? Now if you need to at any point, you ditch the ball and you can do a head cradle instead. So holding here for a moment, can we add the single leg stretch when you're ready? So reach and reach for 4. You're looking towards your toes. 3, 2, 1 more. Come back to the floor, reset. Legs stay in the tabletop spot. You lift into your upper abdominal curl again. This time, as you do your single leg stretch, you start with ball over shin. Biceps come by the side of the head. Switch, 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 and switch. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Ball over shins and hug everything back to the mat below you. Wonderful warm up. Take the ball, put it aside, but somewhere that it's not going to run away. Arms are relaxed on the floor below you. Let's start bridges. So heels are in line with sit bones. Lift your hips so that in between your booty and the mat below you, about a fist distance. Excellent. So the hips stay low. That way we can focus on our core, focus on our posture, knit the rib cage so we're not letting it pop open. Draw the abdominals in and up the entire time. Put your hands on your 2 hip bones. Start with small bridge pulses. So up an inch. Hips are level. That's why we have our hands on our hips right now, to know if one is higher than the other, if they are lifting and lowering at the same time. To do our hip pulses, we press through our heels a little bit extra, use the glutes, the hamstrings, the core, the entire time. And once you feel stable, you can gently place the arms back on the floor next to you, keeping the chest open. You pulse for 4, 3, 2, hold your bridge for 4, 3, 2, your feet with the right ankle. Bring it back to the mat with the left. Bring it back to the mat. Put your hands back on your hips. Can you do the ankle, the heel lift, without rocking? Keeping the hips squared to the ceiling. Good. An even way through all 10 toes, through the ball of the foot, for 4, 3, 2, one more. Both feet on the mat, pulses again. Up an inch, up. This pulse motion we're doing is your reset, is your go-to point. If any of the movements are not for you, you come back to the pulse each time. For 4, 3, 2, hold your bridge, find your starting spot, reposition your feet if they ran away, both heels, same time. Straight lift and lower. So what I mean by straight lift is that you're not collapsing outside or inside. So heels straight up, back to the mat. Even way through the ball of your foot, so the area right below your toes. Good. Toes should be free to wiggle at any point. No death gripping the ground below you. And yes, the hips might move a little bit more this time, and that's okay. But we're not doing major hip lifts. Just a little movement is fine. For 4, 3, 2, one more. Heels to the floor, little pulses. Now, if you can see your side body, your knees are either just behind your ankle or over your ankle bone. For 4, 3, 2, our last one. We alternate heel lifts, but a little quicker than the first round. So it's lift and lift, switch, 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 switch. 4, 3, 2, one more time. Feet flat on the mat, melt the spine bone by bone. Take a few at your own pace. So it's a nice spinal articulation, using the entire core, using the lower body to help lift. And the highest you go is about tank top line. So the area right here. And again, peel off the mat, melt into the floor below you. One more for good luck. And melt, 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 melt. Beautiful. You can hug, you can stretch opposite directions, and then take your time rocking yourself up to seated. Grab your ball. A few push-ups with our ball. So the ball will be mid-thigh, not the knees, mid-thigh. It's a spot where you can get a nice hold on it. We are not here to pop the ball. We are here to help it engage our core using our midline. Now, a few options for your hands. If you can fold your mat like mine, you're welcome to do wrists at a higher spot than the fingertips. It helps take some of the pressure out of the wrist bones. You do not have to. You can do regular hands on the ground. As always, you are more than welcome to stay in any center plank. We are in a tabletop, knees under hips, or a knee plank, knees to crown of the head, one long line. I will show you the move in both. But we are doing tricep push-ups. So your hand is just ever so slightly in front of your shoulder, elbows bend, and they're close to your own side body. Now, if you're in more of a tabletop posture, it's okay for it to look more like a sphinx, where tailbone to crown of the head moves as one piece, and you're kind of letting the elbows dip like you're landing on your forearms. Good. So whichever one you feel best in, keep going. You are here for 4. A little extra core on the lift for 3. Neck stays long. 2. After your last one, don't leave your plank. Stay. 4 shoulder taps, hand to opposite shoulder, back to the mat. Does it feel unstable? Good, that's 1. 2, keep a little tension on the ball, use the core a little bit extra here. 3, last set, back to your tricep push-ups. Bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, more core. Beautiful. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Last set of shoulder taps. 4. Keep using the waist. 3 to stabilize the lower body. 2. Final set. Send the hips back for a child's pose. Beautiful work. Give the shoulders a nice roll. Hands a little twirl if they need it. Take the ball out. Come to seated. Your seated core work for today. The ball will be behind us. Now, if you don't have the ball and you're using a sweatshirt, a pillow, same idea. Kind of roll it up, wedge it behind your lower back area. If you're using a yoga block, it's not going to work the same, sadly. So start tall if you need to. You can hold the ball until we get into our posture. But from here, engage your core, round the spine, scoop the core. It's called C-curl abs. Shoulders, relax them. You can float your arms or they can rest gently behind our hamstrings. We are not death gripping our own legs though. So wherever it feels best for you, but shoulders down and back, abs are engaging. From here, take your right arm, lift it about 6 inches, and then come back to shoulder height. Up and lower. If you're holding behind your hamstring, you float 1. Come back to behind your leg. You float the other. Go ahead. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Core isn't changing. You're stabilizing the entire time. Beautiful. Lift, lower. 4. Elbows stay soft. 3, 2, 1 more. Hands can either stay floating or bring them behind the hamstrings for a little reset. Re-engage the core if you ran away. Right leg. Hover. Bring it back to the floor. Left leg. Hover. Put a hand on your abdominals. Feel them engaging here. It is a hover, not a kick the ceiling. And little lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. With hands behind thighs, make sure you're not using your arm to float the leg. And it's from femur and hip socket, not knee and ankle. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Reset if you need to. Come back when you're ready. We combine the arm and the leg. Opposite arm and leg. Lift, lower, lift, lower. And again, you can do 1 hand behind if you need to, or both hands behind and you only do the lower body. Up and lower, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1 more time, and then round forward. Ball can go to the side for now. We will use it again later. Don't get rid of it. Come into a plank. Now, your plank, you can be elbows or hands, but we are on the toes. So same options with the mat or a fist. So hips, shoulders, same height in the air. Shoulders away from the ears. Abs are lifting in and up the entire time. Hold your center plank with me. Hands or elbows. If you're on the elbows, elbow under shoulder. But we are here lifting away from the floor with our abdominals for 4, 3, 2. Gently bring the knees to the mat. Shake the hands out if you need to. You are always welcome to stay in any center plank you need to. We have an add-on. So coming back to your plank from here. Right knee, bend, lengthen. Stay with the right. Nothing else changes, only your right leg. And lengthen. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Same thing left. Bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen. If you're on the elbows, make sure you're not smashing your knee to the floor, please. For 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Center, knees lower, little child's pose. Excellent. Lay down on your side body so that your right leg is facing the ceiling. We have some side leg, side glute. Now, the back of you, your spine, lines up with the back edge of your mat. So really use it to help lengthen your body. Now bring both your feet to the front corner of your mat. If you're wearing ankle weights, I recommend turning them so that the strap is on the inside of your ankle. Just makes it more comfortable, that's all. From here, upper body, arm pillow or little head kickstand, but we are not on our forearm. So spine is long here. Now lift your abdominals away from the floor. So my right leg is my top leg, left side of my body is touching the mat. Try to lift the abs the entire time away from the floor. A good trick is to float the top leg and then reach your top leg 1 more inch away from your hip. Did you feel the waist engage? Good. Bottom knee is soft the entire time. It's hanging out on the floor. Top leg roughly hip height here. Point, flex, whatever feels good. Making sure that your knee doesn't collapse towards the floor below you. It stays parallel to the floor. Start with small lifts. That's right. So focusing on outer glute, outer thigh, and the core to control the movement. Tiny lift, top arm. It can hold the hip, kickstand, or a little seat belt, I like to call it. The different postures, you can tell here if you're rocking forward or back, if you do hand to hip, same with seat belt. Kickstand will provide more balance. You do the one that works best for you today, but you pulse for 4, 3, 2, hold, tap your floor with the inside of your big toe. If you're colliding with your other foot and it bothers you, don't worry about it. Go to where it would be like you're tapping the floor. You lift roughly hip height. Tap, roughly hip height. Tap and lift, tap, lift. 4, 3, 2 more. Now after this one, hold the lift. We go up. So a little bit higher, not so high that you change your shape though. Your posture doesn't change. And then come back to hip height. So up, hip height, lift, hip height, up for 4, 3, don't let the core collapse, 2, hold at the top with me for 4, 3, 2, we lower to hip height, so hip height, small circles for 4, 3, tennis ball size, 2, hold, reverse it. So really focusing on the entire leg to control the circle, femur and hip socket doing the circle for 4. I know extras, 3, 2, hold, gently lower, give the leg a little love, switch sides. So same setup, spine along the back edge of your mat. Watch out for your emotional support beverage if you have one. Right, so back of you, back edge of your mat, both feet to your front corner of your mat. Line up the legs, the hips, bottom knee softens because it's done its job. It's resting now. Core lifts away from the floor. Reach your top leg 1 more inch away from your hip socket. And then once you're stable, kickstand, arm, whatever it's doing, small pulse here at hip height. Your knee stays aiming in front of you. If you let it drop towards the floor, you'll feel it. You'll feel the change. Small lift, up 1, up 1, up 1. Good. Relaxing our top shoulder away from our own ear for 4, 3, 2. Here comes our floor taps. Ready? You aim for the floor, come back to hip height. Aim for the floor, come back to hip height. Lower, hip height, lower, hip height without your spine, your posture changing or the hips rocking. Beautiful. We have 4 lifts. 3, 2, hold at hip height. We go higher this time, but not so high that your posture changes. Good. So lift, come back to hip height. Up, back to hip height. Lift, hip height, up, and hip height. 4, 3, 2. One more time and hold at hip height. Circle forward for 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. Good. So really control the entire leg here. Circle, circle for 4, 3. Don't let anything else move. 2. One more. Gently lower. Push seated. Let's give our glutes, our hips a little love by doing a diamond leg stretch. Beautiful. All right, stay seated. Sit however it feels best for you to sit up nice and tall today. We have arm work with no weights. That's right. So hands, relax them, lengthen them to the 2 walls next to you. Now bend your elbows. So just gentle arms here. Once you have found your lengthened arm, gently reaching to the 2 sides of the room, engage the core. Small circles forward. So from our upper arm. So initiate right here, not the hand, not the elbow, entire arm. Just like when we did the leg circles, right? Good. Small circles forward using our core so that the torso isn't rocking forward and back. For 4, 3, 2, one more to that, and then hold, reverse the circle. So roughly a baseball, a tennis ball, that size. The circle, circle, circle for 4, 3, 2, hold your fingertips, tap, lift shoulder height, entire arm lower, entire arm lift, lower, lift, like you're flying. We do not collapse to the floor though. Muscle to lift, muscle to lower. Gravity isn't winning. Up, tap, lift, tap. Now when you lift, it's not a shrug, right? Good, I knew it wasn't. For 4, 3, 2, one more, and we hold at the top, shoulder height circle forward for 4, 3, 2, we reverse our circle, 4, 3, 2, hold, tap the floor for 4, 3, 2, one more tap, back to shoulder height, 4, circles forward, 3, 2, we reverse the circles for 4, 3, 2, floor taps for 4, 3, 2, after your last tap, come back to shoulder height, hug, reset if you need to, come back, shoulders down and back. Now make what I call a claw hand with both your hands but still out to the side. Take your pointer, tap it to your thumb, middle, ring, pinky. Pinky, ring, middle, pointer. Keep the tap going. The rest of your arm frozen in the air. Like your wings are stuck. And you only tap your fingers together. The pace is absolutely up to you. No other part of your body is moving. So an isometric hold in our arm with a distraction of the hands, right? Good. When we're here, we're hanging out together. If anybody were to walk by and see us, they might think we're a little crazy, right? That's fine. We can be crazy together. And we are here for 4. We are here for 3, 2, and last set. Give yourself a hug. Open the chest again. Open stretch. Hug. Good. Nice little shoulder roll down and back if you need it. Beautiful. Come over to all 4s. You can be hands or elbows. We have a little bit more glute work to do. So I will go between hands and elbows to show you, but the moves will all be the same for the lower body. No ball to start. We will use it though. Keep that in mind. Take your right toes. Send them directly behind you. So in line with your hip socket, touching the floor. Shoulders are down and back. If you're on the hands, hands slightly in front of your shoulder. If you're on the elbows, parallel forearms, shoulder over elbow. Now from here, lift the core and lift your leg. Only lift your leg as high as you can without your spine changing shape. Hold here at hip height. Take your opposite arm, left arm, kickstand it in front of you. Pulse your glute. Tension-free foot, up an inch, up an inch. So what is our kickstand arm doing? Kind of forces our core to stay squared to the floor, doesn't it? If you're on the elbows, pinky finger to the floor, like side of your hand to the floor. Right, you're pulsing your glute, lifting the core, lifting the chest, crown of head to the wall in front of you for 4, 3, 2, hold here. Now tap your foot to the floor, lift, tap, lift to hip height roughly. Tap and lift, up, up. And keep reaching your leg away from you the entire time while you're lengthening for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring it back to the mat. Let's switch. So you can go right into the kickstand hand if you want, or you take your time, start with pulses, add the kickstand arm when you're ready. But nice controlled through the glute. This time I'll do forearms, keeping hips squared, leg is long, but we never have to lock our knee, our ankle, our toes. Keeping tension-free joints. If you ever get like a foot cramp or a calf cramp, it can typically because you're over clenching your foot. I call it like a angry toes. Little lifts for 4, 3, we're not collapsing into our hip. I know I was too. 2, and then the floor tap. So you tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Come back to center, grab the ball. This time, the ball or ball-like object is going behind your legs, behind your hamstring, behind your calf. You are on hands. It does work from elbows, but you might feel a little cramped. So if it's not for you, try the hands, please. So knees under your hip. We do a fire hydrant, which is out to the side, and it will be lower than you anticipate because your foot, your knees stay the same height. So we're not doing the clam. Knee and foot stay the same height. Kickstand the left arm if you can. So it's small range of motion. Lift, lower, without collapsing into your opposite leg, opposite hip. You lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. I find it's easier to do this with a flexed foot, the small lifts from the outer glute, outer thigh. Small, small. 4, 3, 2, hold, gently switch. However it works best for you to switch. And of course you can do it with no ball behind your leg. All right, here we go. Same thing, other side. So lift, come back to parallel. Outer glute, outer thigh, parallel. I find this move is definitely one that changes range of motion depending on the side of the body you're doing. And that's totally normal. Keep that in mind. So this is my left leg. I'm doing a kickstand in my right arm. Knee, foot, same height. They are level for 4, 3, 2, hold for 4, 3, 2, small lifts, up 1, up 1, up 1, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, hold, and gently lower. Take the ball out. You're not done with the ball though. Ball is going ankle-ish area. Now, if the ankle weights get in the way, you can ditch them or the ball. But we are in a forearm plank. I know you were just on the arms. I know, I apologize. Come to elbows and toes. Ball is in between the ankle-ish area. Hold. Use it to help engage the core. Chin off the chest. Chest is lifting away from the ground. Parallel forearms. You hold your plank for 4, 3, 2. Gently lower. Grab a little stretch, a little child's pose if you'd like to. See if you can keep the ball where it is. Wishful thinking for myself. Okay, ball comes back to the ankles. We have a few half roll-ups. So legs are bent, feet can be towards the edge of your mat, knees bent. Roll onto your mat so that you have enough space to lay down. All right. Now, first you can determine how far you need your feet to be away from your booty. Hands to the ceiling. Engage the core. Now, the hands stay in line with your shoulders the entire time. So they're not going behind you. They're not hanging out next to you. They are in front of your shoulders. Now, nod the chin towards your chest just ever so slightly. Start to peel into your upper abdominal curl. Beautiful. And then scoop the abdominals. Come to seated. Excellent. And then melt your spine back to the floor below you. Look at that, my hands are in front of my shoulders. Now, if you found the first one really challenging to lift up, gentle hands behind your hamstrings. Use them as kind of a guide to lift yourself up. See if you can do it with no hands behind hamstrings on the lower. I find the lower is a little bit, I don't want to say easier, a little more user-friendly to lower. So again, nod the chin, come into your upper abdominal curl. Keep lifted, lift, lift, lift. A little extra squeeze on the ball. What does that do? It forces your midline to engage. Good. Now our legs, our knees are not flopping side to side, right? Sitting tall. Beautiful. Melt. In the next one, stay seated with me. Beautiful. Hold at the top. Take one arm. Twist and narrow row. Even weight in the sit bones. Look over the shoulder that you're doing your row on. Come back to center. Other arm. Lower body doesn't change. One more set. Center. Hold here at center. Melt into the floor. Beautiful. The rows again. 2 to each side. So peel away from the floor with control. No flinging, flailing, flopping. 1. Center. 2. Center. Last set. I had a little tension on the ball. Helps keep the lower body grounded here. We have 2 more times. Peeling. Lifting tall. One arm. Other arm. Last time, row. Row. Melt into the floor. Are you ready for your final one? Here we go. Peel away from the ground below you. Sit up tall. Row 1. Row 2. Last set of rows. And then stay seated. Hands, put them behind your hamstrings. Now you can either stay right here and balance or try to float your feet. See how I'm doing like a toe drag so that I can float both my feet. Hands are behind my hamstrings. You can keep the ball. You can get rid of it. Try floating one arm. Core is engaged. Don't let the ribs pop open. Float the other arm. Maybe we bring the legs to tabletop for 4, 3, 2, round forward. Create a nice round shape with the upper body. Beautiful. Push your ball aside. Thank you for coming to your class. Again, my name's Colleen, and if you enjoyed today's class, let me know, and let me know what else you would like to see. You can also find plenty more workouts right here on my page.